Hi guys. So today topic will come on the bidirectional filter. So in the bidirectional filter, this is more theoretical questions. Need to understand is first. I took all the screenshot from here in front of you so that you can try to understand what is that. And before starting this video, I want to share that I have added all the videos in the Power BI playlist so that you can learn step by step without missing anything. Because these all videos are the combination of the previous video and a Power BI data model and Power BI tutorial. So if you miss that video, watch it first to understand this concept clearly. So bi-directional filter. Earlier in this video, previous video, we try to understand the concept about the filter flow. In the filter flow, they were coming in the one side. Here, if I'll just change double click properties, right click and property and open it and put the both here or in the property here. So in the both way, I can put the bi-directional, right? So using this cross filter action from the single to both allow to filter context to flow the entire direction, right? Either direction from this side and that side and that side to this side, in both way. So in the example, filter applied to the sale table to pass up the title lookup table when down to the return, right? I'll give you example. Example is this. If we put the board direction here in this table, this one, and this one. Okay. So I'll fetch this title from here and put the quantity, order quantity from this table and the written quantity from this table. So I'll get the good result. And let's suppose I'll pull the criteria from here and order quantity from this, written quantity from this. So I'll get the good result. But the problem is what? The problem is if I'll fetch this data from here, quantity from here, and written quantity from here, so I'll get the result like this. So with the two-way cross filtering enabled the between the sales and directory, we now see the correct values in the directory key from the either table. Filtering context can now pass up to the directory lookup table, then the downstream to the return, right? However, we still see incorrect value when the filtering uses the directory key from the return table since the filter context is isolated to the that single table, right? So that is the problem in the bidirectional filter. Okay, let's come to the next thing. It's suppose I put the bidirection here in this filter, in this relationship, and the one-way filter is here. So what will happen? Let's suppose I'll give the example is I'll fetch this directory key here, order key, order data from here, and return quantity from here. So I'll get the good result. And other hand, if I'll take the directory key from here, order quantity from this table, and return quantity from this table, so I'll get the result like this. Why? Because the data is not coming this way to this way. This is coming to here and here to there, but not this one. And let's suppose I pull the data from here and quantity from here and return this quantity data from the sales table and the return quantity from this table. So I'll get the result like this. 2 and 3, 2 and 3, whereas data is not available, is not there. Is in the directory key, right? That is the problem. So in this case, we enable two-way cross filter between the return and the directory table. X expected. Now we can see incorrect value when the filtering using the directory key from the sales table since the filter context in the isolated to the that single table. When the value appear to the correct, when the filtering using the tritary key from the return table, you are missing the sales data from the any tritary, so that doesn't appear return table, which I discussed already, because 2 and 3 uh, tritaries are not available, right? So tritary 2 and 3 doesn't exist in the return table, so that we are not including that in our table in the filter context that pass to the tritary lookup and the sales, as we discussed, right? So let's come on the ambiguity, right? So what is happened if I put the both uh, both way here, bidirection and bidirection here, so I'll get the error in this. Why? Because two-way filtering carefully when only necessary. Using the multiple two-way filters can be cause of ambiguity by introducing multiple filter paths between the table, right? In this example, filtering the context from the product table can pass down to the return and up to the tritary lookup. When would be the filtering based on the tritary key passed from the return table. With the active relationship between the product and the sales as well, filter context passed through the either the sales or return table to the reach tritary lookup when could confirm the filter context, right? So in the last one pro tip I would like to add with you. So design your model with the one-way filter and one-to-many cardinality until more complex relations are absolutely necessary. Okay. And one more thing, if I put your data model and there is a lots of key, here's the tritary key, here's the tritary key, so you can hide that before sharing with. How can we do that? I'll explain it right here. Let's suppose I want to hide this key, right click and put the hide report view, right? Why we require it? So in the hide in the report view, make the field unaccessible from the report tab, but is still available in the data and the model view. So this can be controlled by the right click in the field in the data or the model view by selecting in hidden in the property pane. This is commonly used to prevent user from the filtering user the invalid fields, reduce or hide iterative metrics from the view. One tips: hide the foreign key, not the primary key. So hide the foreign key in the fact table to the force to user to use using the primary key in the dimension. As I just give you example though, if I use the primary key from the dimension table, all data will come correctly. So this is the uh, concept. So I'll do one thing, I'll just open the Power BI and let's quickly hide this table. Okay, come in the Power View and let's do it in the bi-direction. I already did that. So simply you can just click here, right click, property, and you can go there, table like this. Okay, so you can do like this, and you can hide, right click and hide the column, or you can click here, 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 here. Then if you hide that column uh, in the report view, only the necessary column will appear like this. So user can only the filter or use this necessary field, not the unnecessary field here and there, right? So this is the today concept or the topic. See you in the next topic. We'll do one thing, we'll take some assignment regarding the filter flow so that you can easily to understand what is the filter flow more deeply. Okay, see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned.